Need is an illusion. There's no such thing as need. Need comes with obligation, energetic and mental bondage, and blocks freedom. It has weight to it. If this is triggering, great, because this matters and affects everyone. Need creates neediness, which sucks energy from yourself and others in the field. So how does need not have any truth to it? Well, when this first came to my attention, I very much felt like, no, we have needs. And I spoke to my brother, Mikey, and I was ready to tell him where he was wrong. I'm like, no, Mikey, I need air because I need to breathe. And I was firm, and I was like, we never disagree on anything, but I'm about to teach you what the truth is. And I've never experienced being corrected so swiftly and easily, because my volition is truth and seeking the truth, and it's like 99.9% I'm correct about everything. So this really stood out. I'm like, I'm on truth, dude, what's up? And he stopped rolling his joint because he was very cruisy and goes, no, you want air because you want to live. And my entire foundation fell out from underneath me. He was wholly and completely correct. I want air because I want to live. I actually love life. I want to be alive. I don't have to live. Not only did we choose to be born, but every moment we're choosing to continue. We put in so much energy to keep the life going. I could stop breathing. I could find ways to cut off my access to air if I didn't want to be here. That's not the only way. People don't have to be here. They can check out, and some do. And there's dimensions to that conversation where, they call it suicide because there's no honor in the suffering exit strategy and the amount of peril and loneliness that people do it from. But there's also a seed of an honorable transition back home. Just so planting that seed because it's all related. So if everyone that is here is choosing to be here every moment. Every moment. I was like, whoa, I want to be alive. That's amazing. To truly know that. I deeply value my life. And then I got to move forward with this huge truth that I don't need anything. And I was free instantly from neediness. I have not been needy since that day. And as a man, what a blessing and an honor and a gift to be one of the only, if not the only man who's not needy. I think others are. I think Mikey's not needy and a few others. But it comes from knowing the truth and choosing to stand on that truth. So in this new realm, I would move forward and things would spark me to want to say need. And I would catch myself, say, oh, that's illusion, we don't play that game. We don't do that. Do I want this? It's important to be here and conscious of what you're calling into your now space. Do I want this? Okay. This is, I need to call this person back or whatever. Simple example. Do I want to call this person back? Maybe not. And if I don't, where is this obligation coming from that's telling me I need to? That's whack. So I instantly stopped doing anything I didn't truly want to do. Because obligation is bondage. It is slavery. And it sucks energy. And then it really shifts all of reality in the field. The field renders totally different when you stop calling back people you don't want to talk to. When you stop going places you don't want to go. When you stop doing anything out of obligation or the false perception of need, and you ask yourself, do I want to do this? Now, what if the answer is yes? Yes, I want to do this. Whoa, that's also powerful. Wow, I do want to do this. Well, that feels better than saying need if it's something you want to do, and it's easy to then go do it. Great, that's the easy one. But where it gets deeper and more challenging is when it's like, oh, I do want this. I do want to go speak to that person. I don't need to. But is the field ready for me to speak that out loud? Because a lot of timelines might shift if I start that conversation. I do want to go there. It's outside my comfort zone. I don't need to go there. I want to go there. Well, whatever resistance I may have, whether it's fear or doubt or comfort, but I truly want to. And then do I choose to go? And how much does that timeline lines up, and then life moves down that path instead of not going? Either way, there's no need, right? So there's some vulnerability in that dimension of like, oh, do I even share that I want that? Is it safe to say that out loud, that I want that? Is it safe to say it in this room full of people? Will I be attacked for wanting something truly? Right? So those are just the first dimensions that opened up around this. That was already shifting my entire life. For like, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years. That was already mega transformational, exponential gains. Then I'm sitting with some sisters having a Now Space meeting. And this comes up. Tell this story. And one of them contributes very usefully and geniusly. Well, I heard that want is actually something that works against us because it places that thing away from us. And at first there was a slight trigger because, well, want has been such a powerful tool in usefulness, but I felt what she was saying was true, and it was the next dimension. I said, okay, I feel something there, but let's finish this sharing, because there's so many keys here. This is foundational to what you're saying. And then I immediately, in that conversation in the next 24 hours, got all the downloads around what she was saying. And want does still, it's not the full sovereign authorization. It still can bring things in, but it's not as powerful as these next keys and codes. For sure, it canceled need. And that set a foundation for the next level. And the next level of words that are optional instead of wanting, because you can still choose to want something if you don't feel it's good for you. I want it, but I don't consent to it. Right? Myth. I don't know. Whatever someone's thing is that would make things worse for you, but you love yourself, so you choose not. But these different phrase or words that line up timelines very precisely are: I like that, I love that, I consent to that, I welcome that, and I authorize that. All of these, now you're in creator mode, like divine child of the creator, source mode. I like that, nod. I love that, ooh, big nod. I consent, oof. That's basically saying, yes, it may happen now. I welcome that. That's soft and open it so that it may come to you. And I authorize that. That is full sovereign tone. So you don't have to only choose one. You don't have to do anything. But you can choose one, none, or a combination, or all of them. What matters is authenticity. What is the truth? So, like I said, like certain things, I love that. I don't like that. I love that. It would be false to say I like it. I fully love it, right? I could love that and not consent to it because the timing isn't right, or it's not ready, or the field isn't ready, right? The dynamics aren't ready. To consent to it really says yes. So I could say, I love that, but I do or don't consent to it. That honors the truth of how I feel about it, lets that energy move, honors that emotion. But I don't consent to that for whatever reasons. I think for the most part it's self-love. Or if you're just not ready. If that timeline is so epic and transformational that you don't feel your nervous system can handle it now, you're in a state of fear and that doesn't feel right, or you're not ready for such a powerful shift. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Who knows? And then there's like situations where I love that. No. Where I want that, but I don't love that because there's negative dynamics to it. I don't consent because of those negative dynamics. I don't authorize. I don't welcome it because that is not what's best for me, but I do want it. That at least honors the truth that there is something that it's magnetizing, but in my highest, best timeline, 1111, and love of myself, I don't authorize that. Because I'm the creator of my reality. I am my own source, my captain of my vessel, the divine child. It's all happening, life's happening through me, not to me. So these have been some of the most powerful keys and codes that I am sharing. And I welcome, suggest, encourage you to take this fully in, listen a few times, listen every day for a week, and never say need again. And let your brain remap the neurons to comprehend and feel the difference of wanting. Feel what need feels like. That is draining. Wanting, liking, loving, saying each one. I consent. Consent is so key, and not many people have an awareness of it. That's the law. It's divine law built into the field. It's built into all the contracts, everything. There can be no contract without consent. And once you truly know your source power, creative authority, there's no need for contracts. There's no need for contracts, period. But you can stay away from those altogether and just authorize with your words. So feeling, well, I authorize that. Whoa, why is that so powerful? I'm not sovereign. Or, oh, I am sovereign. Yeah, I authorize that. I authorize that. What'd you say? It shifts everything. Play with it, feel it, use it. Your whole life will transform. Aloha.